Welcome everybody back to more of this Minecraft Alpha shindig. We are still on the same version, though I have kind of hummed and hawed at the idea of like updating as we go, and we might. But something I determined about that, guys, I really don't. We're gonna start out by mining, in case I have a lot of things to say here. So we're gonna start out by mining. So we'll get that going. I I've honestly been down the rabbit hole of figuring out a little bit about this thing that I'm doing and the fact that I watch videos on it because you know what? I just say strike when the iron's hot with games. I've kind of always said this. Like and what I mean by that is if you're wanting to do it ultimately just do it. You know what I mean? So kind of when I get into something, I get really into it. I start watching videos on it and all that. So that's kind of what I've been doing as well. We're not at daytime, are we? Okay. But yeah, like one thing I realized is I watched a couple different folks yesterday. I really need to start looking at names to shout out, but you know, I'm not uber worried about it. Basically, it was like 100 days in alpha kind of thing, and did a lot of interesting things, and that's kind of where you maybe generate some of your own ideas and what have you too. So absolutely no knocking that. I think we're done with this cave. I'll call it first depth, the cave. I think that was the name of one of my first Mario Maker levels in the original. And we're reusing it here because another thing I determined is I want to start naming things. It's kind of like that Nuzlocke idea that kind of developed this attachment almost by like naming things. So I've decided that we're going to name the main base the hub. And again, I might actually be straight up reusing X's Adventure and Minecraft names here, but the hub just made sense for me. I just don't want to keep it, you know, anything too crazy from what it is. It is the hub. It's the hub. We're going to want to do a lot of our stuff from there. A lot of people have these ideas of grandeur and stuff, and I've never really been one of those. I might try and dabble a little bit in some grand designs and stuff, but I find it's kind of not my strong suit. My strong suit's just building and tweaking. Anyways, what I was saying is I saw a couple different instances last night. There was the one fella that did like 100 days in alpha or whatever, and really just kind of embraced what he was doing, and just kind of went with it. And you know, it was a specific alpha version. I think it was like the one after this. Excuse me. No, it was alpha 1.2.6, the one I originally looked at. And yeah, just kind of knew that was the kit that he had to play in. And that was it, right? And there's something interesting about that. But the next person seemed to be kind of just going against the grain. It was updating the game all the way throughout. And I personally realized I lost interest. Because like the updating the game as you go debate is something kind of realistic to the simulation of like what would have been back then. So I'm a little back and forth on it, and people might be pleased to know I am kind of for it and very much considering doing it at this point to an extent. Because what I realized is, you know, it was really cool to see all the version, but this fella just wanted to like rush through everything, and alpha was just like really not giving it the time of day and just really talking and longing for the game to be up to date, which is completely valid. But like if that's how you're feeling, in my opinion, like it's kind of like, why are you doing it in a way other than just like the concept of hey, let's update the game as we go? Like I can see how that's still fun, but longing for the main game. And this fellow, to be fair, like, you know, did a lot of crafting. He did a lot of the Minecrafting for his channel and stuff. So, you know, I can see how an idea can come along like that and maybe mean something a little different. But what I personally realized is I lost interest the second he hit beta 1.8. And that's kind of where I think if there is an updating system as we go, which I'm fairly certain, like I really don't want to call things ahead of time here. I really want to call things on the fly. That's just how I work. But, you know, if there is a bit of that aspect to this, I think 1.8 beta is something we will not be seeing at all. I can pretty much guarantee that. Jeez, this really gets loud, hey? No loud, like the darkness is so intense, the loudness, it's there. I don't see a lot of appeal, if I'm honest, anyways, with doing that. Again, we don't really have a rhyme or reason with this caving necessarily. I'm trying to, but I kind of want to have a systematic approach to it that's never going to have a systematic approach to it. It's a weird way being in my head, I will tell you that. But yeah, there might be a bit of an update. Because what I realized, I know I talked about the grass, and I think I realized through those videos, especially the one that was like updating along the way, I think I played a little bit of later versions than I led on to. At least initially, because the one I thought I was talking about, I think it was like 1.0.14. I don't think that was actually where I was. I don't know where it was to say, and it's definitely before this update, right? Because I was definitely playing in August of 2010, and this update is, what did we say it was? December of 2010. So we're definitely at a point beyond where I was, what I was at. Anyways, I think, I hope everybody's doing well. Again, this is kind of the stream consciousness playthrough, and like I say, I really am calling things on the fly as far as how much of this we commentate or how much of it's peaceful. I think I'm kind of in a sense of, you know, kind of showing a lot of the, I guess, fluff gameplay wise, so to speak. Oops, like fluff gameplay wise, so to speak here. Shoot, hang on. Get myself an out. I don't know where he is. He's not gonna be able to swim upstream though. I'm pretty sure water currents are like really kind of a thing. I was about to sign off on that, and I'm like, literally, dude, you're about to find things to do here that are actually interesting to a viewer. Again, it's not that the relaxing parts are absolutely fun to me. I think we might be another dungeon. We have that other dungeon we can't explore. I think we should make that a goal, but already at this rate of being in the cave, I think we might be, well, oh jeez, why am I not able to get there? Well beyond a point of making this daytime a full daytime. Okay, I'm quite concerned about what I'm hearing. They're very loud. And armor, I did learn the armor functions a little bit differently, so the less durability that's on the armors, like, the less it's going to do, basically. So this kind of armor we have here right now is not really based on the fact that it is iron / whatever leather. It's actually more to do with how much durability is left and that affecting it, which is interesting. I don't know if that's exactly true, but again, it's something I was kind of hearing about yesterday. They sound quieter now, don't they? And we freaking ran out of things. Dang, dude. Okay, we do gotta find these guys. We have pickaxes. I think I'm actually above them now. Really trying to hear. I think it is a dungeon, because there would not be... Well, actually, it is alpha. They do spawn in clusters, it seems like. It very much could just be spawned and trapped. But, again, they despawn too, so... Picking dungeon is very viable. And if nothing else, we're finding a bit of iron here too, so... It's kind of crazy how much you need to use torches, though. I kind of like it. Oh. Okay, that looks like something I want a window to. More than actually interacting with it this time. Hi, guys! I know you're gonna freak out if I get anywhere near, so... That's my main concern. Actually, honestly, all these enemies have to be honored and respected. Quite. You know what? I kind of don't hate the idea of him exploding in there. It's not like we're gonna experience... And yeah, by the way, my arm is just gone from one hit. You want to explode, buddy? Go for it. Actually, that might open the floodgates here. Might have to be within range. Let's just kill him. Yeah. Go somewhere where they can't reach me. Look at our freaking Zombo party here. Okay, the Iron Sword's doing work, though. And I think this is a bit more of a pea shooter, because the way it shoots, to be fair. I think the 1.8 beta update that I'm forsaking did bring quite a bit of oomph to the frickin' the bow, when you did that, when you, drew it back, right, that was kind of the point. Okay, well, that was a bit of a dead end. I thought we might have a dungeon. Again, I really don't know what dungeons do as much in this. And, again, I guess I never really talked about it earlier. I kind of take what I said back about the grass. because there is still beautiful looking grass all the way in beta. It just starts becoming more relative to your like biome, so to speak. But it's never gonna be this green again, which I think is a weird thing for me. I don't think the bright green is really a thing a lot of people are a fan of, but let me know. I don't know. Maybe you have an affinity for it like I do. Because I definitely do.
Almost like
It's quite
heat
nice,
seeking new caves just by hearing the groans.
But honestly, oh, there it is. I was going to say I was turning around. I think, first of all, we might be getting the exact same cave. It's relative to where I've been at. But also, I've not been honoring the fact I need to carry, like, food on me. So we really aren't very well equipped, especially with our armor gone. I say as I jump into the cave. But we have been a bit of a chicken in this playthrough so far. With good reason. I don't... hi! Yeah. You just fell from above, didn't you? It's death from above. I don't... Ooh, look at all this iron, though. Look at that lava texture. That is something I remember now. It's so pretty and orange. It's almost reminding me of my first cave adventure. It was unpeaceful, and I was still convinced I was gonna, like, find enemies. I used to be so scared of, like, anything that had to do with me having to survive the game. Oh, I'm so torn. Okay, we have to get what we see and go, I think. Dude, there's just more and more iron. It is just drawing me in. I found some off screen here too. It's just getting a little ridiculous. It's just spiral in on itself, but not. I think we're actually where that Zombo dropped above us now. Maybe? Yeah, I gotta stop. I suppose I didn't really entirely explain myself earlier as I do. I don't want to go beyond beta 1.7.3 at the absolute max. I think this will be an alpha-focused playthrough for a long time at the minimum. Or at least for whatever your definition is a long time. It might be 5 videos for me at this rate. But, you know, I'm picturing it longer than that. I don't want to go to beta 1.8. Let's keep myself on track here. Because I do feel this is the contentious point, and the point that kind of is against what this run is about. We go to 1.8, if we're sitting there and we're longing for features to be invented, we're not gonna work within the constraints that I want myself to work within. You know what I mean? So, I think beta 1.8 is, like, awesome. Do not get me wrong. But I think it is that contentious update for a reason. It changed everything. More than... Like, I don't know. Let me know if you think there's an update that changed this game more than ever than beta 1.8. That's, like, that was a massive update and extremely cool. But it changed everything. All the stuff was added. It was, I think it was, like, the end for sure, the Ender Dragon, all that stuff. Like, that was definitely a part of it. I believe, like, enchantments and or potions. Can't remember which. Hunger, all sorts of food being able to be eaten in the meat sense now. Like, it was a massive update. Villages, like, it was a lot of the things that you do know today. And everything I just mentioned is not present in this game. It's kind of what gives Alpha the sense, this lonely sense. Which I ironically decided to record instead, so it doesn't feel that way. But, I mean, when I'm off screen, it definitely get a lot more of that. Definitely get it now, but... Not having a goal in the back of your mind, like a final, you know, ending in a game, really opens the floodgates. Like, it does. I mean, you can absolutely keep playing Beyond the Ender Dragon, and most of us do, man. Like, it just does feel like it is a thing you're working towards, and it is a bit of a now what? Whereas Alpha does kind of open your mind to, and Beta, to, the possibilities you can have just in the sandbox survival sense, right? So for that reason, I don't think we'll be hitting beta 1.8. I wasn't sure worlds would keep being able to be updated. I thought there was some clear points that the world no longer Like some clear reset points that I just thought I missed in my times of not playing Minecraft back when. That I would just start a new world anyways. And keep in mind, I'm very much one to stick to the worlds I'm doing. And when it's kind of done, it's done. I don't think there's ever been a time I've just like started a second world, unless I'm doing like a single player and a multiplayer one, and those serve different purposes. Certainly back then. But yeah, I don't see us going past beta 1.8. We need to be working within these confines at the minimum. But again, right now, I'm really not going to focus on beta itself. We're going to be focusing on alpha. We're focusing on that and how our grass is going to change and how I don't want to ditch that. So this may entirely stick to being a alpha 1.1.2-01 playthrough. But I just did the YouTuber thing. We got excited, right, guys? Subscribe. Nothing against that. I can't. I can't do it. Can't do it. I'm not gonna go on my rant there. Get all my videos of my face going on the side. Yeah. All right. No, we're going there. Fuck it. Anyways. Let's see what time of day we are. Let's look out our alternate exit. We're gonna call it. What do we want to call this? The other one's the hub. This is also nighttime. That's what it's called. We're going to call this a disappointing nighttime shack. Because I'm disappointed it's nighttime. Dude, we have 64 iron to use. We're going to get that cooking slowly in one furnace, yes. We're gonna work on that right now. Because I got some changes I want to make. I had some things in mind when I was away from the game. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, it didn't quite go as I was hoping. I envisioned a bigger, larger concept that we could almost get this like L shape and use some more space. But I think right now I just the main idea was I wanted to start separating this little cave. We'll be making the cave more and more official, you know, as we go. But I think for now, just having a little separation here is kind of cool. We get the area where we do things, store things. And yeah, we get the area where we mine. Or mind our own business. We don't mine. We get the area where we mine, certainly don't. We get the area where we do something here, and I haven't quite determined. But I did have a thought on that as well, and I'm going to work on that real quick, because something in my head last time. Oh, Jesus! Oh! Oh, I was not ready for that. What did you do? You didn't even do much. Well, that solves that answer. I'm trying to do a thing here. and, you know, memes. See you in a bit. Now, this stair wants to work when it doesn't have a partner. So, like, no, it doesn't want to. It wants to clip to there, and that's why we're changing this. I was like, you know what, these stairs can stay there, but we need something to deal with that stupid bleh. There we go. Full iron suit. Love it. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to make a nice little porch kind of dealio. I think I might actually, what we might do to add the finishing touch here. So that's not looking the best. So let's do the double blocks there. Nice little step up. And Not much we can really do here in practicality. I might almost want to raise all this height up so we can at least like do some combat, but we can't walk between here. I think you would be able to in the modern day. I like how you can almost see the block outlines there, but nothing's going to be coming in either way. But if I'm standing here chilling, just twiddling my thumbs, then I can definitely get again and stuff. So yeah, let's not do that. I don't even know what the fuck's going on with these stairs anymore. They're so bad. We do need to like fill this in, honestly, if we're gonna have it be block themed. You are scaring me, sir. You sounded like you're making a hiss, and I don't appreciate it. I don't think I ever showed this off to you guys last time, too. I don't think I did a ton with it, but I kind of went with an old design principle of having that little nook in kind of bit, but we don't have a way of really getting up here yet, but kind of have a bit of a lookout here, which will be more useful for doing our super snipey doos. Patent pending, official name. Yeah, and that's about it. Probably find a way to use it a little more practically, but I did want to get up here. I want to get down there and get my arrows, too. I do want to get up here, and I kind of have something I want to do. Not looking bad, though, hey? Like, looking very Minecraft Alpha. And what I mean by when I say that is there is substantially less blocks, as we know, but I'm going to be leaning into this whole idea of an aesthetic that is purposely very blocky. And an argument I've seen is there's a lot of blocks that get away from being the full cube. Even things like our crafting benches and stuff, or at least our storage chests, end up not being that anymore. And yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a bummer. But I do have an idea here. I was looking at this, and and the not practical things slash kind of practical. I wanted to have almost like a little grove up here that perhaps leaked different river bends a little bit, and I'm thinking the rivers could like give us a bit of a natural protection over this kind of like beachy area, which I think we'll start to inhabit. Again, I'm kind of free flow ideas, and I like it that way. Believe me, I've gotten into like the let's make circles and make everything try to look as circular and spherical as possible, and it does look nice. Symmetry does look nice. Humans are literally wired to like symmetry, but I've gotten quite a bit of an appreciation for dealing in asymmetry. I find myself a lot happier dealing with asymmetry and just making it pretty, you know, within that. We might try and brave the night here for some of this, I think. We are fully iron suited up, so let's just establish ourselves a bit of a, you know, claim on this area. And maybe have a little bit less of a bad time while I try and dig this out. Yeah, I think that's a nice hollowing out right now of like what we're gonna do for it, and we'll fill this in with water. Again, I think if I didn't fast forward most of that production process, I'll do that here and there too, to kind of show things and the way you kind of see me work, maybe understand the way my mind works a little bit better than even I do. But yeah, I do want some of this. It needs to blend in a little bit from the downside, but I do want a substantial kind of homely feel of this nice little meadow kind of dealio, and that'll kind of turn into some river streams, I think. But then the idea with this was to kind of have a bit of like an idea of, hey, we were able to like hone some sort of natural water spout that's gonna fill this up, and that's kind of the idea I'm going with, because I'm starting to think about these things a little more. Why not? Oh, look at that. Look at that sunrise, like, perfectly over what is going to be... Oh, isn't it beautiful? There, I think that should mostly work for now. I think I'm gonna kind of do these things in waves. There is more I want to do with this, I think. Obviously, I talked about the streams downwards. And I think we might, like, let it live its wildest dreams and do that already, actually. Now that I think about it, but we might try and hone that a little more later. So let's open the floodgates, literally. And see what that looks like. Maybe terraform it a little bit. No, no, no. Oh, shifting does not work when the water starts pushing you. Ha ha ha. Okay, I want this to be a little nicer. Did I do that correctly to... No, no, no. We still have whatever that is. Huh. I think that's just going to be a necessary evil, perhaps. Unless I really want to get... You know what? Let's ride the water down. And deal with it. Well, oh, no, no. Don't knock me all the way down. I'm making this for you. Hot Kool-Aid. Okay, we need to drop now before it's gone. And I actually hate that. I was going to have a bit of a receiving pool here, but that's not the worst. Well, that is already naturally spawning that way. That looks like something I did. I just wanted to rain down there. And that'll make it nice. I don't know, water features are nice. Shout out to Alex. Alex likes water features. And we'll have lots of water features. We'll have it go probably 2 directions. I don't think I'm going to go crazy beyond that, but it might start fanning out from those directions. It would be really nice if that kind of beach center was just engulfed. Not like filled, but like, you know, just had the streams kind of kicking out different ways. And we could probably conceivably do that. Like, that's going to turn into a massive project, considering how far it is to get to the water there. But certainly getting to the water there, you know, like drop down there, drops down, goes out that way. Then somehow drop down, maybe we tunnel it under, and it gets around that way. Would kind of naturally nest this a little bit. Maybe not so much that, but I've kind of been picturing that direction as like me wanting to establish a minecart, which... For those that don't know, minecarts are going to be a fun thing because they do not have powered rails, and they have one of my favoriteest things, like, ever. You just use this old glitch. I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know if it was or not. But you, like, basically find a way to get 2 minecarts side by side, because when they go side by side, they sped up in this version. And you basically just have launch pads, kind of like Hot Wheels tracks, where it, like, the one that boosts it will launch back up, go up a little hill, drop back down onto itself, and basically reset its position. I can't remember how to do that 2-directionally, but we'll find out. Okay, that other bit's not really interfering with it. Too wide, dropping off, not the worst. I think the other one, I pictured it kind of dropping off of was here. So maybe we should, like, at least get a bit of a natural engulf for our sake at the house there. Might not be the worst idea. But we gotta try and control the stream a little bit. I want it to kind of drop there. So let's do that, and then let's maybe have it kind of catch itself. Like, that's not the worst, right? Something like that. And I can start fanning out. Yeah, okay. And then that's not the worst. That's what we want. We don't want the best. We just want not the worst, right? All right, let's let it flow, if you will. Haha. Flow better. I might force the issue a little bit here. Do what I envisioned you doing, which was nothing in particular. Oh no, I did the thing again. Freaking, water still works that way. Drives me nuts. All I was trying to do before was make sure that, yikes. It's hard to necessarily grab from there. Okay, okay. I think it's kind of roughly following what I wanted it to do now, so. Yeah, not bad. Find its way out there, drop down. Woo! And it doesn't even necessarily need a catching pad. There's just enough for it to work. Exactly as intended. I think we might, like, get this nice little tunnel system going through. What I'll generally do is I'm not going to leave it flowing. I'll leave it still standing, and it'll still have the visual effect of it. But for now, like, even if knowing me, we possibly never do anything more with this, that's kind of a nice look to see that this thing's dripping a little bit of water. I don't know. Isn't it? I think so. Anyways, probably a bit of a shorter one here today. About half as long as the last one. We'll see how long that comes out, but we might be combining this with next videos. Or I, again, still have not even edited these at this time, so we'll see how things come out. But for now, we've established a little bit of a river, a little bit of a meadow lake thing. I think we're gonna have some like nice little. Like, let's put one up now. Get some nice little like stone benches that. Here's me deciding to work with stairs, buddy. Oh man. They do what they want, don't they? I envisioned a nice, you know, scratchy cobblestone bench that's a little stabby, and it ain't working, is it? Because like, stair face me. Do I hit the front side? Front side doesn't do that. Back side, it does what it wants. And if I get rid of its friend here, not to mention where do I even hit the block without digging through it? This is wild. Stairs are not a friend of mine. Man, oh man. Alright, maybe we'll have our little loner bench here for now. We'll set it up there, right? As it goes to nighttime. Oh, perfect timing. Okay, I hope everybody enjoyed what we have here. These sign-offs may or may not happen, but yeah, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you around.